After what seems months and months of waiting and being teased, guys, we finally have full HD images of the entire August wave, plus the new 2020 LEGO Star Wars Advent Calendar coming at the end of the year. Guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the entire August 2020 LEGO Star Wars wave, what is, in my opinion, one of the most anticipated waves that we've gotten since maybe even the Rogue One waves way back when. Now, of course, if you guys do enjoy the video, make sure you go ahead and subscribe down below and drop a like, as well as comment in the comment section which one of these are you most looking forward to when all these sets drop. So let's start off with the set that we are most familiar with here that's officially been revealed probably for a good couple of months now. The 501st Legion Clone Trooper set number 75280, recommended for ages 7 and up, comes with 4 minifigures, 2 battle droids. One of them is going to be a 501st Jet Trooper. We did, of course, see this in the Clone Wars episode, that very first episode of the Mandalore arc, which was great, and we continued to see them throughout those episodes, which was fantastic. This is, in my opinion, the best clone minifigure we've ever gotten, period. In my personal opinion, I think it's great, and I definitely want to utilize it in a mock down the road. I love all the blue accents. I love how it's so different than the other 501st normal clone troopers, and of course it does come with a blue jetpack, which is super cool. Now, in this set, there are 3 of the 501st clone trooper minifigures. These are just the normal plain minifigures for the 501st Legion. Great printing. The only noticeable thing really, other than the different printing style, is of course it is white hips and not black. This is something that I actually prefer. I know a lot of you guys might disagree, but that's totally okay. I think the detail and the printing on these guys are fantastic, and obviously getting 3 of them in one set is great for anybody out there who's building a mock or an army or anything of that sort. And then, like I said, we get 2 normal battle droids, which is great also because not only can you build up your clone legion, but you can also build up your separatist army, which saves you a lot of time down the road, honestly, because for every 4 minifigures you get for the 501st, you also get 2 battle droids for your mock as well. So honestly, this is probably the set I'll be buying the most of when August comes around. Now, in terms of the builds, we do of course have a Bark Speeder and an ATRT. These are of course not minifigure scale. I would personally not use these in a mock, but for sake of building an army and building a collection, I think this is a great tool. I think there's a lot of great parts, especially the hinge bricks, curved slopes, and all the cool blue, and of course the stickers, which are going to be really cool if you're building a mock as well. So overall, great set. We've known this is coming for a very, very long time now, so this really shouldn't come to a surprise by anybody, but for sake of the video, we'll just start off with the one that we know the most about. Up next here, we have set number 75281, Anakins Jedi Interceptor. It's the episode 3 version, not the episode 2, which is nice. Recommended for ages 7 and up, comes with a minifigure and R2-D2. Of course, we get the Anakin Skywalker from episode 3. As far as minifigures go, obviously R2 is just R2, nothing too crazy about that, but the Anakin figure does look really nice. Of course, he does have that sort of goldish metallic sort of looking earpiece headphone mic that he uses in the opening scenes of the Battle of Coruscant, which does look nice, so I'm happy about that. I do wish at some point we get just a normal episode 3 Anakin without the headset, but hopefully down the road we can get that. As far as the vehicle goes itself, I gotta say I'm really happy with it. I think it looks great. They definitely captured with what they were going for. As far as functionability looks, obviously the wings on either side will be able to fold up and down, it looks like, as well as there is a missile launcher under the underbelly of the starfighter itself. Of course, there was one nice cockpit piece. I'm assuming that's going to be stickered. Hopefully not, though, although from the images it does look like it's stickered, but we'll keep our fingers crossed in terms of that. But overall, I think this is a great successor to the episode 2 variant LEGO dropped, I think in what, 2018 or 2017, I want to say. This version is particularly more interesting to me. I just like the episode 3 version more so than the episode 2, so this is a great set in my opinion. Moving on to the second most anticipated set from the wave, in my opinion, is the Armored Assault Tank, or the AAT, inspired from the Clone Wars, set number 75283, 286 pieces, recommended for ages 7 and up, and the minifigures in this one are going to be the best selection I think we have in this entire wave, most notably because I'm a huge fanboy of the Ahsoka troopers and also Ahsoka in season 7. Let's first start off with this 501st Ahsoka trooper. This thing's beautiful. I've used custom versions of Aerolite, CAC, all that kind of stuff for these 332nd helmets, but this one just looks phenomenal. I cannot wait to get my hands on official purist 332nd troopers. It's going to be really cool to use these guys in a mock, especially if you combine this with the jetpack trooper, maybe even for an invasion of Mandalore, which should be really cool. Moving on to the other minifigure, Ahsoka Tano. I gotta say, I'm stunned. I'm blown away by the amount of detail on this figure. I obviously don't have an image of what the back of the figure looks like for the back printing on the torso, but I really don't care. As far as the front looks, it looks very screen accurate. I'm happy there are orange arms. Obviously, it'd be slightly more accurate if it was double molded or dual molded for the arms, but that really doesn't make too much of a difference in my opinion. Overall, a beautiful minifigure. And then to wrap up the minifigures in the section in the set, we do have two battle droids. We have a battle droid and then an AAT driver, which is nice. Definitely a little bit of a variation with the battle droids you're getting here. Now, as far as the AAT build goes, it's more to scale. That's just a fact. However, it does look weird. I think the turret looks a little bit too elongated for the smaller scaled body, I guess you could say, of the AAT. Now, obviously, if I'm using a mock, probably not going to go with the Lego set, but overall, for a playset for an AAT, I think this looks great. I'd rather Lego make it more to scale than more detailed, so overall, it's okay. It's not great. It's not awful. I still am a pretty big fan of the overall set itself, mostly because of those minifigures. Next up here, we have a set that I've actually been looking forward to for a long time. This is the Knights of Ren transport ship from Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker, set number 75284, recommended for ages 9 and up. Comes with 3 minifigures, one of which is going to be an Episode 9 Rey, which looks amazing, very nicely detailed. We've got a bunch of Reys before, so I don't feel like there's too much in particular to say about this one, so we'll just move on to the other two, which I believe are the first times we are getting the 2 last Knights of Ren to complete the entire Knights of Ren collection. So after this set comes out, we will have all 6 Knights of Ren available for purchase, which is great. Like I said, if you're building a collection, building a mock and whatnot. What I really like about these helmets is they're super detailed. It looks like there's multiple layers to them. There's like a separate face mask. It looks like something out of like medieval times, which of course is what the Knights of Ren are loosely based off of, but overall I'm a huge fan. Now, in terms of the build itself, it's a play scale build, not going to be minifigure scale, not going to be a mock. It's going to be something you can swoosh around, and I think Lego did a fantastic job with that. Is it something that I'll get and buy? Probably not. I want the minifigures, but I don't necessarily want to spend the money to get the build. I'd rather just get the minifigures by themselves. But I think there are some really cool details on the Knights of Ren ship. For example, on the side here, you can see the little 2 pipes that go from underneath the cockpit with where the Knight of Ren is sort of sitting on the set. I think that's a really nice detail. Obviously, the engines are at the correct angle with the afterburners, which does look really nice as well. So overall, again, a great set. I don't think I'll be buying this one day one. We'll see how that goes later down the road. Next up here, we had a set which, in my opinion, had all the possibilities in the world, but unfortunately, in terms of the minifigures, it sort of lacked. Here's General Grievous' Starfighter, set number 75286, recommended for ages 9 and up. In terms of minifigures, it comes with an Obi-Wan that we got in the Duel on Mustafar set, the $20 set that we got before, and I just can't help but think this is lazy and not the right move of Lego to include this variant of Obi-Wan in here. Would have much rather got a plain Episode 3 non-Mustafar version, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. The set also does come with an Airborne Trooper, which I really would have wished we either got a 212th or a Commander Cody. Obviously, since there are 2 named characters in this already, with no others, I would have been okay with a plain 212th Trooper, but we didn't even get that. We didn't get Cody, we didn't get a 212th, we got an Airborne Clone Trooper. Not too ecstatic about that, but it is nice to get another Grievous. Grievous minifigures, I think, are always really cool to have. It looks like the one we've gotten before, so nothing too crazy here. In terms of the Starfighter itself, it does its job. It looks like a nice play-scaled version of the Starfighter and looks probably more minifigure scale, if I'm being entirely honest. It's not the detail that I'm looking for in something that I would use in terms of functionality. It looks like it has 2 stud shooters on the top with a missile launcher on the bottom. I would have really liked to see a little bit of a better effort here from the minifigures in this set, but like I said, beggars can't be choosers. Not every set's going to be tailored to what we want as a community. So overall, an set. The next one here is set number 75291, the Death Star Final Duel. This is from obviously Episode 6, which is nice to see. We got 5 minifigures here, starting off with Episode 6 Luke Skywalker. Of course, he's wearing his black Jedi outfit like we see in the movie, which does look nice. Comes the green lightsaber and some nice printing for all of his Jedi robes. Darth Vader looks really, really nice. I don't know why. I don't know if this is a newer, detailed version of Darth Vader, but for some reason, this just captures my attention more, so I'm a big fan of this minifigure. The third one in the set's going to be Palpatine. I think you obviously need Palpatine in this set. He looks great. He looks great. I do hope at one point we get an Episode 9 version, just because I like the cloak that he has in Rise of Skywalker, but great minifigure. And then lastly, there are 2 of the Palpatine's guards minifigures, which do look great as well. As far as the build goes, I think it definitely looks bigger than it actually is, so it's going to be interesting to see what this looks like when it's finally built. This is another set where I'm not sure if I'm going to buy this on day one, just because I'd rather spend that money on other stuff at the moment, but it looks really cool. I definitely imagine when I was a younger kid getting a set like this, having all 3 important characters from that scene would have been amazing. So I'm actually really excited for this set, especially for kids who are going to be buying it. I would like to point out though that there are a lot of really good pieces. Looks like we have some of the larger round dishes for the windows, which do look stickered, but obviously you don't have to use the sticker. There are also some of the dark bluish gray 5x6, I think, or 1x5x6 lattice bricks, which are the little crossbar X pieces, which are good. Lots of light bluish gray, lots of slopes. So actually, this might be a set, if it ever goes on 30% off, I'll probably will end up getting myself. The last one in the August wave I want to talk about is the Resistance ITS Transport. This is actually one of the only sets in the first set we're getting that's inspired by Galaxy's Edge. It's Disney's premier Star Wars land or park, which I'll actually be going there in a month or so, which I'm actually really excited to go back again. But nonetheless, I digress. In terms of the minifigures, I am stoked that we're getting such different unique characters. I'm really excited to see where this line goes. The first minifigure is V Moradi. Hopefully I said that right. I actually really like the hairpiece. It's like a dyed light bluish color mixed in with black and gray for the hairpiece, which looks great. And the second minifigure is Lieutenant Beck, which looks like the same species as Admiral Akbar and maybe even Admiral Raddus from Rogue One, which is nice. And then it comes to one astromech droid, which was black and red, and we get a brick-built Gonk. Lord save the Gonk. Can't be more excited for that one. The shuttle itself looks like a mix between like a Tantive and like a Resistance bomber. Honestly, the color scheme reminds me a lot of a Resistance bomber, obviously with the light bluish grays, the metallics, and the blues, but also you do get that sort of Tantive-esque vibe from that front cockpit section, which does look awesome as well. So I'm actually really excited to see this from the Galaxy's Edge. I hope they do actually venture into more Galaxy's Edge sets, which would be really nice. And then the last set that also got revealed is going to be not part of the August wave, but the 2020 Advent Calendar for LEGO Star Wars. First thing you guys should notice, we're getting a nice new Darth Vader. We're bringing back the exclusive. It's Darth Vader with this Christmas sweater of a Death Star. This is going to absolutely be in every single mock that I make. As far as brick build stuff goes, there's a really nice homestead from Tatooine. There's a nice A-Wing. There's also a Millennium Falcon. Even the Vader's castle looks really cool in my opinion. As far as minifigures go, we're getting a Rey, we're getting a Stormtrooper, we're getting a Sith Trooper, Luke Skywalker. So overall, really nice selection for the Advent Calendar. Definitely looking forward to picking this one up and participating in myself. So everybody, that is all the news I have for you today. Let me know down below in the comment section which one you're most looking forward to. Like I said, if you want to stay up to date with all the brand new LEGO news, as well as when these sets release and when they'll be reviewed and showcased and live streamed here on the channel, make sure you guys subscribe down below with the bell icon on, as well as make sure you follow me on all my socials at TheBrickWiz on Instagram and Twitter. I think I'm most looking forward to the 501st Clone Legion set, obviously being a mock builder and army builder. That's going to serve the most purpose for me. But down below, guys, let me know what one you're excited for, and I'll see you later. Take it easy. Peace.